Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit of all of that. It's a little bit of all of that. But again, you know, we all know in our lives when we're going through tough times, sometimes we just need different things from different people, you know. And I certainly don't try and overstep that mark. What I do try and hopefully do is create an environment here where players feel comfortable, whether players or staff or anyone involved in sort of the area that I'm sort of responsible for, is that if they come in, it's a space where you know they whatever they need they can find. Like I said, if that's advice, guidance, just a shoulder, that's fine. I don't, you know, I care for all my players, you know, all my staff. I make sure I say hello to every one of them every day. And, you know, if there's something that they need to sort of express to me, then hopefully I give them that sort of environment to do so. Or if I feel like, you know, there's something I can say that can help, I will. But again, with a lot of that, it's about being guided by the people themselves rather than me sort of trying to interject.
Tom?
And just on that, have you spoken to Matt Solomon specifically about the situation?
Not specifically. I've spoken to Mano. Because he's dealing with a couple of things. He's just had the surgery as well, so you know, kind of helping him through that process. And again, it's not about me sort of trying to extract information from him. I'm there, and you know, he's going through what he's going through, like a lot of, you know, people in his position. Hopefully, like I said, he feels like there's a place here where if he feels like he needs some extra help or guidance, we can give it to him. I'm not really sure, you know, where that space is, because that's going to be determined by him and where he's at. But I had a chat to him a couple of days ago, and like I said, it's also about, you know, I spoke a couple of weeks ago about having a balance in life, and you know, he's got a couple of things to deal with at the moment, apart from, you know, that issue with his own injury. And you know, the good thing is, you know, he feels really positive about the surgery and how it's gone so far, and he's really keen to get back involved with the team.
This club obviously has a very long-standing association with the Jewish community. I think certain sections perhaps disappointed with the club's lack of acknowledgement, perhaps, of that community. I was wondering, generally, how do you see this issue in terms of football clubs being involved in issues like this? Do you think it's something that should be kept separate? Some people think that the club should be more involved, some people less.
Like I said, I just got to be careful about what I say, because you know, sometimes people, I say I'm not the custodian in this club. I've been in this club for 3 months and 4 months, whatever it is. But every football club, you know, and people have spent lifetimes in these clubs. So I'm not going to go around telling people, like I said, how to feel, how to behave, how to act, what to think. As I said, I think the greatest role football clubs can play in this scenario is to provide what they've always provided, a sense of one place where people can come and escape and hopefully unite as one to support their football club, and you know, maybe sort of take them away from whatever troubles they may have. I think that's the greatest role any football club has. But in terms of the club's position itself, then, you know, the club will, and whatever club I've been, I've always sort of been guided by their response to these things, because they talk to a lot more people and have a better understanding of, you know, what the current sort of climate is, rather than sort of somebody like me.
Do you have any direct comparisons from your varied career when that's happened? Where, you know, obviously you saw it with Sweden, didn't they? During the league, where things outside influence football. Do you have any examples?
Yeah, I mean, you always do in sort of your experiences. I mean, I think I was the national team boss when we played Thailand, and the king died, and you've never seen a stadium full of people in mourning. Like it was, and it actually lifted their team on the day. The players, you know, we ended up drawing that game, but that's the feeling in the stadium that night was surreal. But it still brought them to a football game, you know. And they came there to watch their team, and it lifted their nation. And I know their players, because I know a couple of Thai players who felt that way. So there's always like examples like that, and that's what's brought me to this position where I think football, that's its role, you know. Rather than us interject ourselves into these debates, is to maintain our status as a form of giving people some, you know, whether it's hope or, like I said, some joy in difficult times.
James.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, when it's something so deep-rooted in a community and it's something so atrocious, is football still able, it's not like you've had a bad day at work, it's something real deep-rooted, is it football still possible to provide that escapism? And then maybe, I guess with the Thailand example, maybe you feel that football is still able to provide that escapism?
Yeah, I do, because, you know, they'll still be there on Monday night, and they'll still be watching on Monday night if they can, you know. And I think when football plays that role, it can sort of, you know, show the best of what we can be as a human race, so to speak, sometimes. Because like I said, when you score a winning goal and you hug the guy next to you or the girl next to you, you're not really thinking about them, are you? What their upbringing is, or where they've come from, or what they believe, or what they did last night, or what they're going to do tomorrow, who they voted for. You're just hugging them because they're wearing the same shirt and they're following the same football team. So, but again, I don't want to, you know, I'm always kind of reticent and wary to kind of reflect on how people may feel, because it's not me, you know. It's just I can't sort of conceptualise what I would be like if that was me in that situation. I don't know. I could be totally different, so I'm not going to judge how people behave or how people sort of, you know, what they may do in such events. But like I said, within our role, we go out there on Monday night, play hopefully some exciting football, and bring some smile to faces, and hopefully give people something to sort of feel good about.
So you draw from that emotion, or is it best just to separate from that emotion?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's fair to draw on that emotion, because again, that's sort of using, you know, how, you know, people are feeling at the moment. It's more about understanding your responsibility. That's ultimately, we all represent this football club, and when we represent this football club, we represent the custodians, who are the people who have supported this football club their whole life. And that's our responsibility every week. Every time we go out there, you know, I'm at pains to tell the players all the time that, you know, they just want to see you out there playing for them. And if you're playing for them, the circumstances shouldn't matter. You know, sometimes there's more meaning to it, absolutely. But you're always playing for them.